So if the ball is thrown, go ahead.
Yeah. Any farther.
Wait, no, gotta start at if.
No. Leave it in. Any farther, and that's out of bounds. And shorter, and that is intercepted. Totally. It was a perfectly thrown pass, and just Tyler Largent-esque catch. Know, I mean, because they're both from Tulsa. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Both played for the Hawks.
Both original draft picks of the Houston Oilers. Also. Oh wait, no, that's not.
No, just one. Just one.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, it's funny because, or not funny or whatever, but Tyler Lockett, he won the Steve Largent Award, but he is very Steve Largent-esque, isn't he? I mean, not only being from the same hometown, but they're just both guys who go about their business and do it very well and don't need to really tell everybody about it. And, sort of underrated, which I hate to say that, but unfortunately sort of are. I mean, I think Tyler Lockett, if he continues what he's been doing for the next couple of seasons, who knows? Why not Hall of Fame for Tyler Lockett? Just like Steve Largent, the numbers are there. It's just missing that one Super Bowl, right? Because he came in right afterwards.
Yeah, he did. He came in right after the amazing run that the Hawks had.
How many Super Bowls does Largent have?
I don't know. How many?
0. How many did he play in? 0. How many, championship, AFC or NFC? Well, it would have been AFC championships. AFC. Yeah, 0. So why not?
Yeah. The game has evolved quite a bit though. And the numbers are getting outrageous in terms of what it requires to get into the Hall of Fame. But sure. I agree. And I think, just like him, just not flashy, just shows up, kicks ass, and then goes home. That's who they both are. And, amazing human beings on top of that. But it gets taken for granted when you see just how routine he makes the hardest catches look. It's just, they're like, oh, well, that wasn't hard. He does that all the time. Yeah, but he's like the only one that does that all the time. Most other guys, they have a foot out of bounds or they drop the ball when they go to the ground. So it's incredible to watch, his career evolve to what it is. And I absolutely believe, because how consistent he is, his numbers will continue to, grow, and he could be in the Hall of Fame, man.
Yeah. 4 catches for 54 and the big touchdown for Tyler on 7 targets. DK Metcalf targeted 8 times, but only the 3 catches for 40 yards, but took a lot of attention away from everybody else with keeping Jalen Ramsey busy. And we talked about it with our buddy Ryan Dyrud from LA Football Podcast on here on our last episode about the matchup between DK and Jalen and how fun that is to watch. And it did not disappoint on Sunday.
No, it was a clash of the Titans, a couple of weeks ago when we were down in LA, and then, rightfully so, same thing. And, DK got the better of it with the game winner last time. And then this time, Ramsey had a really productive day, but did have that untimely personal foul when he hit Geno. And I was worried for Geno. Ramsey's a big dude and he hits hard. So just to see Geno get back up. And I didn't know if he had to miss a play because he was on the ground with the helmet off. I was worried for him and our chances of, winning at that point.
Oh yeah. That was right in front of us where we were sitting, and he was down for a bit. And the section I was in was not happy with Jalen Ramsey. I heard some things yelled that I shan't not repeat, Lofa. That was, he was standing out of bounds when he hit him. A lot of people say, well, Geno was kind of still inbounds, but Ramsey was basically standing out of bounds.
Yeah. Well, Geno's left foot had already touched down out of bounds. Yeah. And I think it was a very veteran savvy move by Geno to, okay, I'm out of bounds, not totally out of bounds, and take one for the team. He took one for the team. Thanks, Geno.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, and not that he needed to create any more fans of his, but just that with the fan base and with your teammates and with everybody, that just has to go a long way, doesn't it?
And the game on the line, man. Sure. Yeah. He had a couple of huge scrambles, some great throws, in clutch moments. It was, man, it's what we wanted to see, right? Even everybody coming into the season doubting him, but then all the games that we won, we kind of pretty much had in hand, but then started with the Rams. Everybody wanted to see him in crunch time with, down a couple points, lead this team to victory. And he did against the Rams. And then he did it again against the Rams. So just something to build on and, be excited about for the future, because he's got it all, man. And I'm excited for him and what the future holds.
Well, and not too often that you get to beat I think, our kind of original division rival in the Rams both times this season is that's always sweet when you sweep the series.
Love sweeping a divisional opponent.
Absolutely. Producer Katie, let's check in on the score prediction challenge. Do you know who won over there? Did anyone get close on the Simply Seattle score prediction challenge?
That's right. It's at Hydro 23.
At Hydra 23? Hydro 23. At Hydro 23. You're the winner of the score prediction challenge. What was the predict?
It was.
She just writes down the name, not the score. She's like, trust me, that person was close enough.
It was them.
It was right there.
Hold on. Just you keep talking.
I'll just keep vamping over here.
Yeah, you got it.
You would think when you write down the winner, you'd write down next to it, like
you would think
19 to 18 or something like that. 19 to 17. Something.
Oh, sorry.
No.
It was this.
What is it?
I was giving you something else to vamp about.
What are you? Hold on. I'm just gonna leave some dead air. Cut it out later.
We could talk about the Lions.
Let's make this as uncomfortable as possible.
We're kind of wearing Lions colors too. I think that was by design.
Oh, okay. It was pretty close. 17 to 24. Hawks. That was as close as anyone got, actually. People were predicting high scores over there in the score prediction challenge.
Yeah.
So check out shop.simplyseattle.com for all your Northwest sports apparel needs, or just any cool stuff that you're looking for. Hats, hoodies, sweatpants, sweatshirts, whatever you want. It's all good at Simply Seattle. Use our promo code TAKE12, spelled exactly how it sounds, to take 12% off at shop.simplyseattle.com. We got to talk about K9. And I want to talk about K9. I mean, what a year this rookie has had. He went over 100 again, 29 carries. That's something you're interested in, Mr. Tatupu?
I love it.
Yeah.
I really do.
114 yards, 3.9 per, but just some clutch runs when you needed them. He's slippery. He's fast. He squeaks through the smallest of creases. I love Kenneth Walker and what he brings to the team, and he had a great game.
Yeah, and if he didn't miss any time, man, he finished with 936, I see here. Average people of 4.7.
Wow.
Insane.
Yes.
So shout out to him. Shout out to the entire O-line who because they opened some nice holes. There was a great job of him being patient, creating, setting up blocks. And but yeah, he's tough, he's quick, and he's got the straight line speed too. So I just want to see him get involved in the passing game a little more, because no one's taking him down one-on-one when he had, there was some plays where they had him dead to rights, and he just finds a way to, like, a couple quick steps, and then the guy doesn't even touch him. So getting him in space is something that's got to be a point of emphasis, for the playoffs and also next year.
I would love to see that added. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, also, like you brought up earlier, Geno scrambling. Geno 4 carries for 51. I think that's something that can surprise people, especially in the playoffs, because it's not something he's really known for or does often, but he can do it well when he needs to.
Absolutely. And probably my favorite throw, that one to Kobe over the middle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He put some heat on that ball.
Yeah.
And it just looks so effortless, so quick. He can make all the throws, man. Awesome to see what Geno's doing.
Before we leave the rushing stat line, I just want to give a quick shout out to friend of the show and a true gentleman out there. I believe it was his first carry on the year. Nick Ballore, 1 carry, 3 yards, but when you needed it, he goes out there and gets it done.
I got a gripe with that.
Okay.
He got the first down, and we didn't even challenge that or anything. Like, we set back up for a 3rd and 1, which we did a toss sweep.
Yes.
On 3rd and 1.
That scared the bejesus out of me.
Scared the whole, you could hear the whole stadium gasp, like,
yeah,
we only need 1 yard. Why are we going outside? And then, but what do? We come right back. We go outside again the other way.
With an even trickier toss into the backfield.
whatever, it worked, man. But if it didn't, we'd be sitting here talking about it, just like, what were you thinking? Yeah, I definitely gave us a little bit of a panic attack up there. And but K9 got it done. Great job by Cross to get that one-on-one block, and then kind of set it up. He pressed outside and cut it up and got the yard that he needed, and then some. And finished with a nasty hit on the corner or the safety. But Nick Ballore, he got that first down, man. We got to challenge that next time.
I love that. And DJ Dallas rounding out your rushing stat line with 2 carries for 29 yards, 14.5 per, and just a really big one there in the first quarter to get things really going or was that the first quarter? But that Wildcat, they sent Geno out wide. By the way, they sent Geno out as a wide receiver 2 plays in a row.
They had, so they obviously had a package in for DJ to run it, hand it off to Kenneth, which he did, K9. And then I was getting a little nervous, like, oh shit, there is a series of plays that they're going to run from this formation. And I don't know if there's going to be a pass like we saw earlier in the season.
Nobody wanted that.
What was that, the Niners game?
No, we don't want that. No throwing with gloves on.
Oh, but great job by him being patient, setting up the block to make that. I think it was a 22-yard gain. It was awesome.
Yeah. EpicSeats.com. I don't really have a segue, but shout out to them. Our wonderful sponsor, EpicSeats.com, our great partner, local company, guys that went to the UW. It's a great website, it's easy to navigate. You can either sell your seats that you already have through them, and they will be your broker for that, or you can just buy seats for anything you're looking for in Seattle or anywhere else. By the way, this is a global thing. So concerts, other sporting events, other towns, other sports teams, NHL, NBA, when baseball comes back, obviously football, epicseats.com is where you go. Make sure you use our promo code.
Take 12.
That's right. I was quizzing you a little bit, but you know it. Take 12% off when you spend $100 or add $12 to every ticket you sell. So if you have, nobody has just one ticket. Usually you got 2 or 3 or 4, and you get $12 extra on every ticket you sell when you mention Take 12 at epicseats.com. Quick shout out to our winner, Daniel, who won the tickets to the Rams game. We will have tickets to the playoff game, we think, hopefully, in Santa Clara. More on that in the episode later this week, but we'll check in with our guy Jimmy Seats over there at Epic Seats and see if we can give away some to the playoff game, and that'll be a fun contest to have and run over there on our social media. It's at Take 12 Pod, everybody, and it's epicseats.com. Lofa, I just wanted to mention, just because, hey, first time in Seattle history, and anytime there's a first time thing in the history of a city, that's a big deal. The Mariners went to the playoffs and the Seahawks are going to the playoffs. And it's the first time that has ever happened in the history of planet Earth.
Ooh.
Incredible. And Don't be surprised if the Kraken make it.
That's right. We could send the third sports franchise to the playoffs. And I kind of mentioned to you before the game when we were hanging out at the tailgate that Seattle sports and the landscape here don't look now, but the future is extremely bright. You got Julio Rodriguez and everything the Mariners are doing. You got Matty Berniers and everything that the Kraken are doing. Shane Wright coming in and the young hot team over there. And then you got these Seahawks with K9 and Tariq and Cross and just all the young talent around that team. So it's just what a heck of a time to be a Seattle sports fan, Lofa.
What a time.
A man of many words on that one. I love it. We're out of here. That's it for us. Not since the days of Ichiro and Matt Hasselbeck and Lofa Tatupu has the sports teams felt so good around here. You go back before that, and you can go Dave Craig and Ken Griffey Jr. Before that, I don't know. I wasn't born. That's it for us, everybody. Thanks for listening. The tailgate. Before we got out of here, let's mention the tailgate. We were hanging out at the Mission Outdoors tailgate outside of Lumen before the game, and just what a cool thing that is, and cool to hang out with them again.
Yeah. Tariq's family was on hand. Great people. It was an awesome time. And then, Justin, appreciate you and Mission Outdoors and everybody that made it possible. It was a great time, man.
Justin is just the man, and everything that he does in putting that thing together. And Tyrone was out there from the
Tyrone McCoo. Yeah.
And Rolling Smoke Barbecue with you guys.
Man,
They brought it. This is no hyperbole. That is the best barbecue I have ever had in my life. The ribs taste like bacon. Yeah. I don't know how they do it.
And that's legit barbecue.
I mean, it is crazy.
I think they put bacon bits on it.
If you need some catering or you're throwing a party or anything, check out Rolling Smoke Barbecue. Let them hook you up because that stuff is just incredible. Tyrone made fried rice that went along with the barbecue ribs perfectly. Delicious.
Also, thank you to Blitz.
Oh, and thank you to Blitz. Yes, the Seahawks mascot. Thank you to Blitz for wearing our Thank You Bobby t-shirt and posting that on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Everyone keeps asking where to get it. So.
Oh, yeah. Check out our merch store, take12merch.com. We'll put a link out there. Shout out to Blitz. Producer Katie was able to go to Blitz's nest early before the game and make a special delivery. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Oh, what a weekend it was. We'll be back later in the week to talk about the matchup with Santa Clara. But for now, we're out of time. Hands in the middle. Lofa, come on, bring us through this one.
Hey, man, you know what it is. There's nothing more exciting than this time of year when your team is in the playoffs. Nothing like playoff ball. So we're going playoffs on 3. 1, 2, 3, playoffs.